welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. Today we're going to take a look at the Argenport Midrange deck that's been doing the rounds and also put 3 copies into this week's ETS top 8. I made a slight change because I prefer playing with Makto than Tavrod. I thought I'd try it out because just add a little bit more evasion to the deck. We already had 16 flyers, but now we've got 20, and Makto is very similar in terms of being a win condition as Tavrod in that it will just help you grind your opponent out. The impact's not quite as great with grabbing these Runehammers, but we'll try it out, try a few games and see what we think at the end. Okay, let's take a look at this. Quite a standard Argenport hand here. We've got 2 maybe removal spells and a couple of threats on the draw, but we'll keep this. Okay, against practice. Sadly, we are on the draw, so I'm not going to get to deal with this before it does its damage. But 22 Instigator is probably still good. Okay, we're against tokens, so Instigator is still good. And we'll be able to race in the air with a unseen Commando. The Instigator will keep our opponent at home, so for now we can just play this and hope there's not a torch or a purify in our future. I'll take 3 because we're going to gain this back anyway. This will take up our opponent's entire next turn if they activate it, so I think for now we're just going to try and deploy 2 threats. So, kill this, see if there's a fast spell. There's not. Now just crunch for free. So I think it's easy if they've got the Obelisk in hand, that they're very easily able to overrun us with this, but they've got something to think about. And that was enough. The 2 Instigators were going to do enough damage just by blocking. Okay, game 2. Instigator was just too much in that game. Okay, so I quite like this hand actually. We get to lead for a discard spell into a Tinker and hopefully get there with this relic. So I'll keep it, we're on the play. So we're out Sabotage. Okay, so I think it'll be the Permafrost, just because that's cheap interaction. I'd rather, if they're going to remove one of my units, spend their entire turn. And now we just know about the Protect. We'll take the Permafrost. Means you also just get to get in there with this Tinker for at least 1 attack. Heroic trades for spell. Okay, can be a little bit sneakier. Play the Instigator, because then the Slay probably goes here. Yep. Which means that we do get to grow. I'm going to set up the Makto next turn, which is probably just as good. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. Going to try and same amount of damage this turn. We also just get to deploy the Makto. I'm a little bit concerned about them having an Enforcer, but we still have a 5/5 to beat down with then. Okay, well, I'd rather just remove this with the hammer while we can. We know they've got a protect, and the protect won't do anything there. We just get a chunk in for free. And we're feeling good. Let's get rid of their threat. No real reason to play the power out, but I will do next time, just in case we do need to double spell at some point. Okay, it's interesting. We can pop the Aegis, or we can 3-hour 3-3, which is not quite as good. We can pop the Aegis, and they've got a protect to be able to give it back, so I think we'll do that just to get the card off them. Yep. So now we'll ground them down into nothing, and we've got a threat and they don't. Okay, no blocks there. Exchange life source a little bit. It's going to chunk in there for free. There's no benefits from this, so play this now. Going to hope that the Shelterwing Rider deck and the Crown Witch Paladin deck isn't playing Harsh Rule, but you never know. We don't need to fin in, because the effect's frankly just quite marginal. So I'd rather use this for an actual spell, especially now we know they've got Shelterwings in the deck. This wasn't a Destiny. Yep, so they still got one on the top. Okay, so I think at this point we silence this guy just to unlock it, and then we get in there for a nice 9 damage. Okay, time for game 3. Sadly can't keep this one, just 1 power. It's not excellent, but hopefully we're able to double Makto. Let's jam the Justice now. We know we're definitely going to need it, especially if we're going to make a turn 3 Enforcer. Uh oh, there's a second one. I'm sure what double primal's telling me. Triple primal. Let's see what they're up to. Okay, so they've got Sabotage themselves. The Annihilate's fine, it's the Crystallize that'll probably do it, but is 1 better than 2? Not entirely sure it is. Usually one of these is game ending enough, that doesn't matter. So there's a weird Felon deck anyway. They can sabotage me back and take this Bloodletter, that's fine. I don't have anything to put it in anyway. So we'll take 1 Crystallize, leave them with 1. I think this is the point that will Vara's favour, because I would really like to get to 5 with the Maktos in hand. We're still under Justice to make this hand actually functional. 3 Maktos. Yeah, there's another case where a Tafrod would have been better. But we just get to keep running these out. Sadly, this might not be much of a game for our opponent, as they're struggling to find the second colour. What is that? Don't really want the Bloodletter. We're in no pressure. They finally got the shadow, but it's probably just going to be too late. And if I do this, it does look like a little bit overkill, but if they crystallize just to stay alive, it means that I can double Enforcer just to get in there for 10. Not be lethal. There's nothing they can really do to interact. Okay, on to game 5. I can see how you could. It's game 4, yeah. On to game 4. You can see you could ladder pretty quickly with this deck. So I actually want to keep this hand. It's quite slow and we're on the draw, but we do have 2 excellent threats and a pretty decent removal spell and a little dig. Though I think realistically this should probably actually be a mulligan. It just looks a lot better than it is. We'll say this hand is good either, but we do get Scout, and next time we're going to get Sabotage. I think at this point we'll keep the Doom. That's perhaps a little bit too slow, but we do have things to be doing quite early on. Okay, so Vara's favour to the face is probably some sort of more mid-range. Okay, so otherwise we're fine. This Diplo Seal doesn't really matter where it does, got no triple influences. So we'll just play for the green, just in case we do get to get value off the Emerald Waystone. And we'll just run a Sabotage out there. Okay, so this is Grenadines. The Combustion Cell is more integral to their game plan, but the Combust is better against us. So just move the Combust. We do have the Protect, but I also just want to jam this on 4 and not have to worry about any weird madness nonsense. So we've got the Instigator, which is quite good against Grenadines. That's okay. Still gets the damage. And now we're actually going to wait on the Impending Doom, I think. Just play a tanker. Play the banner. Chuck in there for some damage. Now I can play the Doom, and our opponent's under a lot of pressure, especially if they want to keep it in 9. Gonna post-combat this just for a bit extra damage. Well, pre-combat. And that was enough. Okay, so we've opened up on not an excellent hand. If there's an extra power in here somewhere, I'd be really happy to keep this, but realistically we just can't. Play the banner. We can play this on free, because we're able to deploy threats. I'll put some foul just to play around the option that they could have the Lightning Storm. Going to play the Instigator first. Could very well be one of the screen variants, but just in case the foul control. Okay. Nonsense. Those colours are never up to anything any good. Always up to something. Does mischief. Okay, well we're going to get in there. We're doing its card of the Nightfall, which was nice. Whatever they're up to, the Enforcer's probably good against. So these may be these Esper dinosaurs. We'll keep the Enforcer. I actually have enough power where we're able to activate the Emerald Monument. Well, there's a choice between the two, but I think I'd prefer to have the weapon. So I need to think about whether I'm going to silence this next turn, or if I'm just going to deploy my threat. Okay, so now I need to consider. I can even silence this just to unlock an attacker, but I don't think that's worth it. Well, it's something we do later down the line. I need to think, is there a 4-cost dinosaur they could make where this extra health would matter? And I don't think there is. So if I do this, gets attacking for 5, but that's probably good enough. We'll make a tinker. I think this gives us an option later on to unlock this after it's bigger. And also they're just probably going to be more valuable silence targets than just this innocuous 1/1. So our opponent's turn to be in the tank now. This might be getting edited out. Oh, there's an action. Okay, I think they potentially chose poorly there, but that's fine. Play this. So let's have a look at what this does. When you play another dinosaur at night, it gets Dark Claw Ravager's attack. I don't think I can keep that in play. If we had an extra power in play, I would have enjoyed that. We don't get to silence both of them. We do get to silence this and kill this, so I think we'll do that. I was thinking if we made the Runehammer to kill this, then this would get killed if they either made another Nightfall, or if they just attacked it with the 1/1. This way we get to keep applying pressure and deal with what seemed quite scary on their board. I've not actually seen one of these before. The Xenon dinosaurs seem to be sort of a little bit spotted, but not quite enough yet to build the deck. Okay, now it's a good job that we silenced this, because this would have been scary. Let's play the Gemblade this time. Just because that lets us keep getting in there. And I think I want to play this because it means that we do get to keep attacking. Although a 6/6 fly would be pretty great. And that leads up next turn, we're able to play the 4 and the 3. I think I'll do this. It's probably better to put in the Enforcer, but I think this way just pushes more damage. Okay. I wouldn't be super surprised if we saw a Carnosaur next. But that will be... Oh, Agile Deathjaw. Okay, that was a nice setup. We'll do this. I think we're just going to kill a Deathjaw, because that gives our dinosaurs +1/+1, which I'm really not super interested in. And now the dead does to the attack, because they're in an unwinnable position now. They can't block and they can't not block. This game's been reasonably quick, so I'm going to play a final one, just for the scoreboard. So this hand is quite good. We've got double of everything in terms of the power requirements, and we've got Toffee, Sabotage and an Instigator with the Auric Runehammer. I think I'll keep this, but I can see decks we're playing against where this hand would do very little. Okay, we're against a hero base, so we can expect lightning storms and hash rolls. Okay, so this is very likely carrier blue, because we've only got well, really 2 threats. So we could hold off and perhaps just play threat plus sabotage next turn. But I think I'm just going to gem the Instigator, and we can do that next turn. Nice. Got to strategize. A little bit too early to be playing that, but their hand, you know, I mean, they can see what we're playing, so they know exactly what they need to be doing. Okay, now we've got a Crest, which I also quite like, but I think I'm just going to keep developing my board. Taking it for free. Get Sabotage. There is Lightning Storm, and there's also some more card draw. Let's take the Storm, just so we get to play this. There's a very limited time window where this is going to be concerned about the Runehammer. Or the, well, about the Lightning Storm. Just because of my Runehammer, I'm able to keep it out. Getting that for 5. We're unlikely to need this. I'm not super excited about having weapons in my units when I'm against harsh rule deck. So we'll bottom this and look for an actual threat. And we'll just run this out. We do have an answer if they make a Runehammer, because we've got our own, just to haste damage it. So the Vara is not quite as important as it could be. Also, our opponent's just sort of spinning the wheels a little bit. So we need to get them dead before they're able to do anything powerful. Yep, that's fine. Now the Instigator is dead. Our Runehammer is actually a lot safer as well. Play the Makto. They spent a turn 2 in. So if we Runehammer here, we do get to attack for 4, 9, 10, 12, attack for 12, and they'll be at 2. Just double check that's a great idea, the Crest. If we don't know anything from that. Well, up to 2. We've got a dead Annihilate in hand, but I don't think it's going to matter. Just here's what I could have drawn. Strategize there. Thanks for the game. Okay, so back to the deck. Did I miss Tavrod? Honestly, no. There was an instance where Tavrod would have been better, but we managed to get out of it by just using the Valkyrie Enforcer to silence our own Maktos to remove the permafrosts. Honestly, I feel a lot safer playing Makto against decks with harsh rule, and any sort of removal like Death Strike, I'm much happier. If people are playing Feeding Time, then I think they're both equal. Also, Makto doesn't worry as much about getting just blocked by Steward of the Past, although Steward of the Past is still a problem. Overall, I think this deck's pretty good. I would recommend it if you're trying to rank up or get straight there into Masters. Okay, thanks for watching.